Hi, this is Tess. Please join me on the mat to do a little athletic stretching yoga style. We're going to target the low back, the hips, and the thighs. Let's go. We're going to lie back and just gently roll down and lengthen out, you guys. Reach a little bit to the left, reach a little bit to the right. Maybe flex your toes, rotate your wrists, and then gently bring your knees to your chest. Curl up and meet it a little bit, and lengthen out again. So just a little grab. You can curl up all the way. You can keep your back on the ground. And keep it nice and relaxed. Exhale when you curl. Inhale when you lengthen. One more time. Exhale and let's hold. Little knee circling. So hold your shins. Just kind of rotate your knees one way and the other way. And bring your knees in, and then lengthen out to one side, looking away to the other side. It's more important to keep your shoulder down and just relax. Slowly start to bring your knees in and lengthen to the other side. Look away, keep the shoulder down, and play with the placement of your knees. Maybe you like them with your hips. Maybe you want to pull them in a little closer. Don't worry if they're touching the ground or not. You can always put a little foam roller underneath or a little pillow underneath to make yourself just feel good. Slowly bring your knees back in. This time lengthen out one leg and pull the other knee in. Inhale, and as you exhale, pull it in. Try to bring your knee more toward your head. Try to take your knee more to the outside of your shoulder and lengthen out that other leg. Again, focusing on your lower body, your lower back. And switch. Inhaling and exhaling. Kind of pressing your hand down at the top of the thigh, drawing your knee towards your shoulder, towards your head. And bring it in. How about a little gentle kick out? Just hug your knees in, just getting the blood flowing. You can keep your low back, your shoulders down. Now both knees in. Take the feet toward the ceiling and grab to the outsides of your feet. Try to maintain that spine on the ground the whole time. Maybe you need to grab your thighs. Maybe you can grab the outside of the feet. Maybe you like the insides. Little happy baby. Taking your knees more, guiding it toward the outside of the body. Using a towel if you have to, a yoga strap. And then bringing the knees back together. Inhale and exhale, rotate your body up. Gently sit, bring the heels toward you, and open up. Lengthen out forward. Try to pull the heels as close as you can to the body, and a little butterfly, little bound angle. Relaxing. Think about a long spine here, not just rounding at the shoulders, but shifting your body forward. Nice long spine. Letting that go, lengthening out the left leg, keeping the right leg inside, a little more advanced on the outside. Big inhale, lift up and rotate. Draw the shoulders down, get that spine long. Press your hand on the ground so you're not rounded out. Make sure your back is nice and long. If you want to bring it in, if you want to reach through, go where you're comfortable, all right? It's ego, not your amigo here. You want to feel good. Sort of allow that rotation with your exhales. As you exhale, steer that rib cage toward the thigh. And lengthen up. Big reach. Maybe the chest high, nice and easy. And bring that other leg in. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Again, fingertips away. If you're too far away, you're going to lean back. Try to bring it in a little close. Gently press down, gently pull in. As you exhale, steer and stack your shoulders. Nothing rounded, nothing shrugging. press, press. Feel good. Give your body time to relax. All right, whether you've been biking more, hiking, maybe working on the house, painting, gardening, bent over, doing some new things can bring some new feelings in the body. And then take it forward. This time take your left leg around you, and then just bend the right, hands behind you, and then just lift the hips and lower. Again, lift the hips, pressing the hips forward, and lower. Straighten that left leg out a little more, steer the left leg forward. Ankle in front of the hip, knee toward the other hip, the same side hip I should say, and fold down. So just a little pigeon pose here. Maybe you take something to keep yourself elevated and you relax. Again, you want to think about this hip flexor. You want to think about steering it toward your foot, all right? So we're not cockeyed, we're trying to lift. Even if you have to take something underneath your glute, take it underneath there, try to level out those hips. This hip, try to pull, get some space between your hip and your femur, all right? So we're not jamming into it. Pull back, allow the stretch to happen. And then when you're ready, bring it back up and lengthen that left leg out in front of you. Kick it out a little bit, just a little stretching here. Shift forward and then bend it back. Shimmy around, all right? We get stuck, kind of move your glutes around. Reach up and lengthen out. Now again, maybe you need something for a little more support. Maybe you can take a towel, put it behind your foot, but lengthen toward the leg. Maybe you can reach past. Otherwise, maybe you need to reach on the inside. Flex your foot a little bit more for a little more calf stretch. And here's a chance to massage your feet, pull the toes back, flex the toes forward. Your feet are your foundation, right? So everything begins with the feet. You can do a little foam rolling on them. Gently press down. Watch that hyperextension in the knee. This is really tight, put a little towel underneath there. So when you reach forward, think about your tailbone going back, lengthen your spine again, not rounding out. Switch sides. So this time, bend that right leg behind you. Bend that left leg in front of you. Right, knee forward and reach. I lifted my hand this time. You can do that. You can keep both hands behind you for a little more support. Otherwise, just drive your hips forward. Nice little stretch in that hip flexor. Reach up and slowly bring it down. This time, guide that back leg back. Drive the hip forward. So we want to square the hips. Walk that foot back a little more. And we're going to walk it down. Feel free to, again, rest on something. Steer the straight leg hip forward, that scrappy do, hi scrappy, and pull the left hip away from the femur. Give it a little space. So we're not slanted, our hips are square. And again, if you have a lot of space here, put a little towel underneath your glutes. You want to keep those hips square. Relax your shoulders down so we're not shrugging. Keep your neck relaxed. With every inhale, we lengthen. With every exhale, we steer that straight leg hip toward that heel in front of you. You can stay here for as long as you like, especially if you've been biking or hiking or running, or if you've been sitting a lot. This is a great stretch for the glutes, for the hip rotators. Slowly bring that back leg forward. And we're in that seated head to knee pose. So we're gonna reach up, we're gonna rotate a little bit, and we're gonna go forward. Now again, you can use some help here. lengthening out, but we're trying not to do that, all right? So maybe your hands are closer to the knee and you're pulling forward. Think about taking your tailbone away. Again, little space between the hip socket and your femur. Flex your toe for a little more calf. And just allow your body to lead with your heart. Like you have a kite string on your heart. Lead with your heart. Grab your feet, flex it. Think about with every exhale, a little more rotation, a little more reach toward the leg. But don't cheat, all right? So you just not gonna help yourself that way. Yoga and athletic stretching, all about helping you avoid those aches and pains and especially any injury. And then bring your body back. Nice, so let's take our legs in front of us. Kick it out, kick it out, kick it out. Reach up tall and try to reach out. Now maybe your hands go here. Maybe you gotta shimmy back around a little bit. Maybe you can go a little further. Maybe you can go all the way. Go where you feel comfortable, where your spine can be nice and long and where you can feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Flex your toes towards you, maybe grab your feet. Lengthen out and then relax down. So find where you can lengthen and then go where you can relax. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly bring your body back, maybe fingers forward, and a little lift up. Draw the shoulders back. Drive your hips up, tuck your butt down, and lower down. Flip around. And find a little cat-cow. So let's push the floor away, round the spine, and then sway the back. Tuck your tailbone and sway the back. One more time. Push the floor away and sway. Neutral spine here, lengthen out. So my wrist is under my shoulder. Dial down your knee so your hip's not up. Dial it down. Arm by the ear. Flex your foot. Bring it in. Take it out. Try not to like swing out. Bring it in front. Bring it right behind your hip. Bring it in. Lengthen out. Think about lifting up. And think about lengthening out at the top of your head. Fingertips to the heel. And switch. So just a little bird dog. Reach out. Lengthen. Point and flex your toe. See what feels good. You can even do a little ankle circle here. And lower down. Bring it out. And lower down. Now check your core, right? You want to make sure you're not bellying out or you're not swinging out. Hips are square. Dial down the knee. That's going to take the hip down. And one more time, reach out. And lower down. One more stretch for the hip flexor. So gently take your right foot forward. Take your tailbone down. Press your hip forward. Give me a little tuck. Kind of press your hip forward as you drop your body down. Reach your hand up. Again, if this is too much for you, you can use something for a little support. But the main thing is you want to push that hip forward. A little more advanced, you can reach over to the opposite side. This is a great stretch to release and do again. Right, so duration is great. You can stay for a good 30, 60 seconds. But if this is too much, do 10 seconds 3 times. This is a great stretch to help you. If you have any low back problems, your hip flexors need to lengthen, right? This feels good. Take your hand down, tuck your toe, lengthen out, and let's do a little rotation for the spine. Lengthen up. Draw your bottom shoulder forward, stack, press into that back leg, shift your body forward a little bit, and lower down. Switch to the other side, maybe a little child pose. Find a nice lengthening of the spine here. Drop those hips down and then switch sides. Shift, square the hips, shift your body up and push that hip flexor forward. Push the hips forward, tuck the tailbone down. Spine nice and long and reach. Switch arms here, reach. So the long leg goes with the long arm. Reach. Now I'm not arching my back, I'm just reaching straight up. Push my hip forward. Maybe I relax, take it back, do it again, and then reach over. Good, now slowly take it down, tuck your toe, lengthen out, and press up. Use an exhale here, all right? So whether it's yoga or athletic stretching, exhale to cues your body to release, right? To let go. Kind of like a dog, you know, when it tries to find its spot and finally it sits down and it goes, that's what we want to do. We want to feel that. And lower down. Bring that back leg forward. Lengthen your spine. Let's do two more exercises. A little hamstring stretch, standing, and IT band stretch, iliotibia stretch. Lower down, walk your feet away, and just hang, you guys. Again, go where you can straighten your legs, right? So maybe you need some help. Maybe you're on a tabletop. Otherwise, bend your leg, straighten your leg. Drive your hips up. Drive your hips up, 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 up. Grabbing onto your elbows, get your body a little heavier, right? So that might feel good for you. Bend the right leg, bend the left leg, and then lengthen up. Heel toe your feet back together. Take your left foot maybe behind the right heel or toes to touch. Now here's our IT band, big long muscle in the body. And walk your hands over to that back foot, the foot that you moved. We're stretching the IT band on the other side. So you should feel something going on that other side. Push down into the back leg. Push down. My front knee is bent. And let your body hang. Walk it around. Feel that stretch in that outer hip. And then inhale, lengthen up. Switch sides. So my back leg, my right leg goes behind. Toes are touching. I'm walking my hand over to the foot that moved. And then I'm stretching the foot that moved, the back leg. So my back leg is getting that stretch. Relax down. Maybe you're a little higher. Push into the floor to feel that nice stretch. And then bring it back together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's bend the knees and grab onto our thighs. Lift the hips, lower. Drive into the heels, lift the hips high, lower. Hands in front. Inhale and lengthen, lower. Inhale, take it all the way up. Grab your wrist, grab your elbow, little lateral stretch here. You can look up, feel that nice stretch. Lateral stretches are great for the spine. Lengthen up, go the other way. Just grab that opposite elbow, lean over, look up, drive the hips forward, square it off. Inhale up and down. From my heart to yours, namaste. Hopefully you feel a little more open now. It's a great morning stretch to do. Or again, after any activity you've been doing. Stay safe, stay strong, stay connected. Till next time, namaste.